Hey, my people, my village, my kings and queens. I hope you guys are having a good day. It's Friday, even though that don't mean nothing to me. It's just another day, but I did want to come live to talk to you guys. As promised, I did say I was going to do a live either Thursday or Friday on anxiety, because a lot of people do suffer from it. Some people go undiagnosed for a long time. So I did want to share with you guys and come live about that topic. Give me just one moment. I'm inviting a few people and we will get started. My son is probably going to walk in here. He want to say hi. I told him he could say hi today. But I'm just inviting a few people. And I want you guys to share. Hey, Ebony. I want you guys to share this live, like it. There's a lot of people that suffer from anxiety that need help. I get a lot of people in my inbox ever since I came out stating that I was diagnosed with anxiety December 31st of last year. A lot of people has reached out to me about information on how do I manage, how did I get it under control. Well, y'all know I'm a psychology major. That's what I went to undergrad and grad school for. Grad school was research psychology. Undergrad was just psychology. But that's what I have a degree in. That's what my specialty is. I always research. And it's been helping a lot of people. So instead of me sending people information one-on-one, I'm going to go live. It's a lot of information. It might be another long video, and I do apologize. The last few videos have been like really long, but it's been helpful information. So for those of you who are new to me, I am Coach Mo. I am a parenting and business coach. I help parents co-parent with success to be able to coexist in their child's life, as well as I help female entrepreneurs identify their ideal client to be able to create products, content, and services in their business to gain income. Give me 1 second. My laptop is low, so I'm trying to plug it up. And y'all know these nails. It's hard. Okay, so I'm going to get started. And for those who don't know what anxiety truly is, anxiety is your body's natural way of responding to stress. A lot of us stress, even if it's for no reason, but it's a feeling of worry and just nervous stress. Hey, thanks for tuning in. So when you experience symptoms of anxiety, it's a temporary thing. It's not a permanent disorder. Anxiety can go away. It usually lasts 3 to 6 months. So me, it's been over 6 months. That's why I don't experience any symptoms of anxiety. Plus, I don't stress anymore. I learned how to manage and figure out what my triggers were. So pretty much my son was my trigger. So my trigger was visual clutter. I started experiencing anxiety. That was the month that I moved. Everything was still packed up in boxes, and there was boxes all over the place. And that started giving me anxiety because I'm a very organized person. You guys know I'm like the organized queen. I need everything to be in order at all times. So I started experiencing the anxiety because all these boxes and unpacking and things like that, with working, not having enough time to unpack, was driving me crazy. Visual clutter was one of my triggers. Also noise. So my son will have the TV playing, he will have his iPad playing, and he'll have the projector projected on his wall while he's on the phone at the same time. Like, he's playing all these different things, and it used to like really frustrate me. And hey, thanks for everybody tuning in. But it really used to frustrate me. I'm like, oh my gosh, turn one thing off. Like, I would not go in his room because he'll come in his room. He just throw everything on the floor. And you know how boys are. They're so messy. And I'm like, boy, where do you get this from? Like, I'm not like that. So he was my trigger. Loud noises, just throwing stuff all over the place and unpacking boxes that I'm not ready to unpack yet and just putting it anywhere. And it used to frustrate me. Another one was sensory overload. So I get anxiety when I'm fed too much information at one time. So that's probably why I'm not good with self-help stuff, because when I start reading and it's telling me too much information, I back out and I don't I don't deal with it anymore. And that's why with my clients, some of my clients experience anxiety. So some of them I can't coach every week. Some I have to do every other week. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like and share the video. Today's topic is anxiety for you guys checking in. And I'm just explaining like what my triggers were when I was diagnosed with anxiety. It was visual clutter, noises, and sensory overload. Yeah, PTSD, I'm going to get to that. It's a form of anxiety. So I'm going to get to that because there's 6 different types. That's what I'm going to talk about next. So anxiety is a worry about future events. As moms, we worry about what's going to happen to our kid when they leave the house because of all this crazy madness that's been going on in this world. It's a fear. Fear is a reaction to current events. It usually appears between the ages of 15 and 35, but it is temporary. So you don't have to worry about when you get anxiety, how long you're going to have it, because it is a temporary thing. As long as you figure out what your triggers are, you can reverse it. And fear is a tool, yes. But fear is not from God. So it's something that I don't usually play on. That's why I have my prayer journal. I always keep it close, y'all, with my segment with all the quotes, not quotes, but all the scriptures on fear is used against us in many cases. It definitely is. And that's what I tell parents a lot, because we instill fear in our kids when we threaten to whoop them and stuff like that. That causes anxiety for kids. It causes PTSD as well. So I'm going to do another live about whooping kids. It's going to be a good one because I'm going to have people look at it a totally different way. But it is instilling fear, and that's a form of anxiety that we're putting into our kids as well. But there are 6 different types of anxiety. One of them is PTSD. If you don't know what that means, it's post-traumatic stress disorder. Another one is OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Me, it's like OCD. That's why visual clutter is one of my things. I have to have everything organized. It's not like the type of OCD where you got to wash your hands 6 times and do the same routine all the time. No, me is just being organized. Like my closet, it's color coordinated. So I want to be able to look in there and see, okay, shorts, pants, workout clothes, sweats, jeans, slacks. Like I have it in order and color coordinated. Dresses, skirts, then formal, like casual, formal, or casual, dated, work life, like business casual, and then formal. Like it's in order. My shirts are the same way. This row have casual, this one have workout clothes, and this row have pajamas. So it's one of those things where I visually everything have to be in its place for me. So OCD is the type of anxiety that I experience. Another type is panic disorder. I did used to have panic attacks when I was pregnant because I had so much anxiety about, am I pregnant with twins? Because me being a twin, my mom didn't find out till she was almost 6 months that she was having twins, and we were born at 7 months. So she didn't have a baby shower until after we were born because we were born so early. And with my family having a history of twins, I literally had panic attacks my whole pregnancy until the point where I couldn't drive. Like I had to be put on bed rest. My doctor was like, do you want to go talk to somebody? You dealt with OCD for years. It interfered with some. It do. It affected me at work. It literally affected me at work a lot. But in my pregnancy, I had panic attacks while I was driving. I'm in traffic. I was scared that I was going to go into labor because I kept having false labors. Like he kept trying to come early, and he still came early, but he kept trying to come from 6 months and on to like when I had him at 8 months. So I would have a panic attack because every time I felt pain or something, I would start worrying and be scared. Like, oh my gosh, am I in labor? And I'm driving an hour and a half each way to work. So I experienced panic disorder. Another form of anxiety is specific phobias. You know how some people have phobias of snakes, phobias of elevators, stuff like that? That's a form of anxiety as well. So you break out in sweat, like you start panicking and it's just over. You feel like your life is about to end, literally. I know a lot of coaches suffer from social anxiety. They're scared to go live. Literally, they're really terrified to go live on social media. That's a form of social anxiety. Yours is spiders. I don't even know what my phobia is anymore. I know I'm scared of heights, and that sounds crazy because I'm 6'1", but I am scared of heights. I think that's about it. I don't know anything else. Like, I don't like spiders and stuff, but I'm not terrified of it. Another form of anxiety is just generalized anxiety disorder. It's just anxiety in general. And so I'm going to give you guys some different causes, because sometimes some causes of anxiety comes from medical condition. And that's when I found out, right after I found out I was diagnosed with severe anxiety, I found out I was diabetic. And that's one of those diseases that bring on anxiety. Bridges, cliffs, yes. When I go hiking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can get up there, but getting down, I'm like, I gotta see myself going down this hill. It's crazy. But I just chose like the top 4 to 5 things that stress is a big part of anxiety, and it's sometimes brought on by these 4 to 5 medical conditions. So heart disease is one of them, because stress affects your heart. So that's kind of like the asthma. People don't know that asthma, like when you can't breathe and you're having an asthma attack, you can very well so be having a panic attack. And it could just be anxiety because of stress. It might not actually be the asthma itself. Thyroid disease is another one. You know, I'm scared of going to fall. Yes. And me, it's a long way down. So like when I was in cheerleading, I was able to do like back bends and stuff. I was a very flexible kid. I used to love flipping and doing all this stuff. But until I got 6'1" in high school, you would not see me doing a back bend. I'm like, no, that's too far down. Like, I can't do it. So it was kind of funny. Another one is diabetes. So diabetes is, people get diabetes usually from stress, and then it shows up in your belly area because stress do cause you to like gain weight and all that stuff. Sometimes you eat to cure your stress because it feels good, which would cause diabetes. So it's a lot of things that are brought on by stress that can cause other issues if they're not attended to. Another one is caffeine and alcohol can also cause anxiety because you're super hyper and not everybody know their limit. So it can cause you to start panicking, start hallucinating, and be like thinking somebody's after you, and it's like nothing's wrong. It's just the alcohol and it's just the caffeine. You know how people be looking like they're going crazy and all they had was too many Starbucks coffees. Hey, coach. That can cause a panic attack in itself and cause anxiety. You have asthma and those attacks are no joke. It's not. I never had anything like that. Nobody in my family have asthma. Actually, my brother, he has bad asthma. He's had to be on the machine, and he would never be able to like play with us outside. Yeah, you know, I used to black out a few months ago. I would black out, and that's when I was like, something's wrong. Like, let me go to the doctor because I didn't know what the heck was going on. Hold on, you guys, my throat is super dry. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, something got to be wrong because you know your body better than anybody. And me, I'm one of them really healthy people where my doctor is like, why do you come every 6 months for a checkup? You know, nothing's wrong with you. And then for to come this time, for the first time, she's like, oh, maybe you are right. Something is going on. And when she do the test, because you don't have to go to a therapist or anything for diagnosis of anxiety. They can ask you a few questions. There's a few, like a questionnaire that can diagnose anxiety because it's something that's temporary. You don't need a specialist to diagnose it. You can actually look online and find some things to see what triggers you're having. You can talk about like your symptoms. Like I'm getting ready to share with you guys about 10 to 15 symptoms that are the most common when you're talking to your doctor, and if you're experiencing those symptoms, you can let them know. Sometimes they'll prescribe you medication, but my doctor, no, I don't do medication. Even though I'm a licensed pharmacy tech, I'm anti everything. I will, lavender and Epsom salt bath would do better work than taking medication. You can relax. Get a diffuser, burn some lavender oils and stuff like that. You can do certain foods, I'm going to give you guys that, and tea that you can drink to calm you to avoid having those attacks. So some of the symptoms, of course, one of them is rapid heartbeat. You feel like you're having a heart attack when you're having a panic attack. That's why a lot of people mistake it for a heart attack. They would go to the hospital and they're like, oh, you just had a panic attack. Because it literally feel like your heart is going to jump out of your chest. It is a scary moment. Come say hi, because I already know you're going to come back and bother me. My baby want to say hi, you guys. And turn that fan on for me, thanks. Okay. And close my door. So, rapid heartbeat and sweating. No, just close it. So sweating was one of the things I experienced. I used to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm too young. I'm only 33. Am I going through menopause? Like, I would just sweat out of nowhere. It could be cold outside and I'm sitting here just like sweating. That's one of the symptoms. Oh, if you see his dad, he's a split image of his dad. He's his dad's twin, color and all. He might be a little lighter than his dad, but he looked just like his dad. Another one is excessive worrying. I call this like compulsive thinking. Your twin. People say that when he's with me, but then when they see him and his dad, they're like, oh yeah, he looks just like his dad. I swear, and your heartbeat gets every time. Yes. So excessive worrying is one of them compulsive thinking things where your mind is always going and you're always like, oh, I gotta go do this. Oh, I gotta go do this. Okay, I gotta do this. I forgot to do this. Like, you're just always worried about something. You can't sit still and you're all over the place. Another one was dry mouth. I was always thirsty. Like, I would feel like I'm dehydrated because dehydration is one of those things. Excessive worrying is a prereq for motherhood. Yes, I agree. But dry mouth was one of those things. Like, people be like, why are you drink? I drink over a gallon of water per day. My doctor told me that I drink too much water because it was showing up in my blood when they did a blood test. But I always felt thirsty. I always felt dehydrated. My thirst is never quenched. I literally go through so many waters in one day. It's ridiculous. Another one is restlessness. I'm one of the people, I just couldn't sit still. I'm always trying to figure out something. Like, let me do this and let me do that. And you're just up for no reason. I'm up at like 3 a.m. for no reason. I don't have to go anywhere. I work from home. And people are like, why are you up? I'm like, I don't know. I could be up till midnight and still be up at 3 and have 3 hours of sleep and just be fully energized, ready to kill that day. Another one was fatigue. I will have those moments where I just want to sleep all day because I was always tired. I never can get enough rest. You know how that feeling, like you go to sleep and you just never felt like you went to sleep. You feel like you've been up the whole time, but you slept like 8 hours. That's how I was. Very fatigued, always super tired, just dragging, trying to push through the day, drinking 2-3 coffees a day, energy drinks. I can never shake the fatigue feeling. Another one was unable to concentrate. Have you ever had a time where you're distracted by your own thoughts? Like, you're thinking of something and then you get distracted by another thought on top of the thought you was already thinking about. You go to bed 9, wake up around 2. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I used to get distracted by my own thoughts. I couldn't concentrate. Like, when I'm driving, I'm always thinking about all these different ideas, writing down stuff. It was a benefit and a curse for me because my mind never shut off, so I'm not getting enough sleep, but I'm creating so much content because my mind is not shutting off. I would think of all these different ideas, write and build all these different programs, all this content. It was crazy because a lot of stuff came to me. I was sitting still, so I was able to hear from God a lot, and it was a blessing and a curse, because then I'm exhausted, so I can't even implement everything that I'm creating, or just writing down. It's still, that's why I have a notebook full of content and I haven't used it yet, because I'm like, okay, where did all this content come from? And then what am I going to use it for? When is the best time to use it? Another symptom is tight chest, where you just feel like your chest is just super tight, but you're not even like working out or something. I can understand if you're working out, lifting weights, walking and stuff like that, but when you just start thinking about stuff and your chest get really tight, that's anxiety. That's a symptom of anxiety. Of course, we said worry, stress, those, loss of appetite. That was one of my big ones. I wouldn't eat because I'm like, I don't know what I want to eat. I never would know what I want to eat. Never have a taste for anything. So I'll just go without eating, which is not good at all, because then I'll feel lightheaded, like I'm going to pass out. But lost appetite was the biggest thing for me, because nothing tastes right to me. Another one is can't sleep. I just couldn't sleep. Like, I'll just be sitting there staring at the ceiling and trying to figure out what to do. Irritability was a big thing. Everything irritated the hell out of me. I'm like, don't talk to me, don't touch me, leave me alone, move, get out of my space. I was so irritated all the time. Any little thing irritated me. I go to the store, the line too long, I'm like, oh, hurry up. Like, I was so impatient, and it would irritate the mess out of me. Stomach discomfort. I would have like pains in my stomach and don't know what it's from, and like cramping, but for no reason. So it was like pain, discomfort feeling in my stomach. Also feeling disconnected. I didn't feel connected to the world. Like, I didn't even want to go outside. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to stay to myself. But that's one of those symptoms. People with anxiety usually don't have a social life. They're usually disconnected because they don't want to be around people, and then they're not good people to be around because they're so irritated and grouchy all the time, because their lack of sleep, they're sleep deprived. People don't want to be around them, so they're so disconnected. Another one is panic attacks. We talked about that. Also, second guessing yourself. You would always keep worrying and second guessing yourself. You don't trust nothing you think of, nothing you say to yourself. You would have that doubt all the time because of your worry and because of the fear that come about with anxiety. So you always second guess yourself. One of the biggest two things, these last two are the ones I suffered from the most. And one was muscle tension. I seen people on social media recently asking, like, do you guys get Charlie horses all the time? I used to get them in my ankle, my calf, my leg, all the time. And all these muscle spasms. And I'm like, dang, what's going on? First I thought, oh, maybe I need to drink some more milk, or maybe I need to eat more bananas, maybe I need to eat more avocados. But it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was the anxiety, because you're so tense and so on edge. It causes your body to not relax, and those tensions catch up to you. So every time I used to go to sleep, get it in my feet. My ankle would lock up. Like, when I try to wear heels, I get a Charlie horse as soon as I put the heels on. I'm like, damn, I just put the heels on, I ain't even stand up yet. But any little muscle tension would give me a Charlie horse. And headaches. I had headaches every day, and it was unbearable headaches, like migraines. So I would always take pain medicine, and I'm a person that don't take medicine, but it would get to the point where every day I was taking pain medicine until about a month ago. I haven't had a headache since I left my job, because that was also my headache. But it's so crazy how your body tell you something's wrong. So some of the treatments for anxiety is stress management, because since stress is the biggest cause, stress management. So you pretty much take time off or write to-do lists so you can focus on 2 to 3 things. I never suggest more than 3 things on your to-do list daily, because too much can be that sensory overload. So I always tell people to limit it to 3 things. Take some time off, some me time, self-care days. That's very important, because you have to take care of yourself so that you won't be stressed out. Another thing is Thank you. It just, all I had I had to twist it in 4 big twists because I was air drying it, and I just took the twist out before the live. But this is my natural hair. Finally, it's really soft. You can still see the parts because I did not comb it out. But relaxation, so meditating, yoga, resting just in the dark. Just take a long bath, like a 20-30 minute bath, just to relax. Another one is exercise. Exercise is really great for anxiety. Just taking a walk does a lot because it just releases those enzymes. Working out, sweating, stuff like that, that's really good for anxiety. Another one is support. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's helped you. Yes, I love meditation. Like if I turn this camera around, you guys will see my yoga ball in front of me. It's yoga ball, my yoga mat, 2 hand weights, and some jump ropes right here on the side, like by my desk, right in front of it. I have that there because I need it. Like, and I have my candle, I have my salt lamp on my desk to light it up in the morning so it could be dark in here, and it's right under the window. But I have to meditate because that's when I journal, and that's going to be the last one, journaling. Journaling helps because when you know what's your trigger, journaling helped me figure out what my trigger was. Because I'm like, when I have a panic attack, I had to think about what was I doing before that symptom came up. And it's usually yelling at my son, like, turn everything off. Why you got everything on? And I'm like, boy, why do you have all these TVs and everything on? And every time I went in his room, I'll pretty much almost have a panic attack. And I'll be so stressed out because him having all these different devices on and loud, where my house is set up like roommate style. So I have my own side of the house with my bathroom in my room and my walk-in closet. And I have like the dining room on my side. There's a living room and kitchen in the middle. And then he has his side of the house with his own bathroom and his room and walk-in closet. I don't know how I can hear you on my side. Like usually I can't hear him on that side of the house. And I'm like, babe, why is it so loud? Like, I'm in my room with my door closed and I can still hear your TV. So I'm like, oh no, you need to turn it down. Also, things that also help with anxiety is caffeine, alcohol, drugs. That causes, it don't help with anxiety, but it's also another cause of anxiety. But you have to have a balanced diet. That's very important because what you eat also affects your body as well. And get plenty of sleep if you can, since that is one of the symptoms, lack of sleep. So here goes some remedies. These are very easy to do. Drinking tea. I forgot to write down which teas. Oh my gosh. I know chamomile. Chamomile tea is my favorite because it calms you. So it keeps you like mellow. I love chamomile tea. I think peppermint tea is for digestive. But if you have stomach discomfort, peppermint tea, I keep that in my cabinet as well. Like I'm drinking tea now, my American tea with honey. But y'all like my cup. It says parenting coach. I have one that have my business logo. One of my clients, her business is called She's Creative. She do my cups. Oh yeah, this is my Your Next Parenting Coach t-shirt. Like she do shirts, cups, water bottles, like all different type of stuff with your logo and very reasonable prices. But she's amazing. You love journaling. It helps you reflect on how you really feel by having a place to release, even when you could have speak to someone. Yes. I love journaling. Being plant-based has helped you. Plant-based. I try plant-based. Every other month I give up meat. I can't give up fish because I love my salmon, and salmon is actually good for you with anxiety. But my prayer journal, I have my last tab journaling. So I do journal after I write a prayer. But yeah, I go to my journal, and whenever I'm feeling like just feeling some kind of way, I definitely journal. You just post passive aggressive posts. I know, Samantha, you always go to social media. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, let me reach out to her. Something's going on. That's when I know you're going through something. Just based on your post. because they show your mood all the way, all the time. But next time, just message me, Samantha. You know how to reach me. We go way back to middle school. You miss meat sometime? I don't hardly eat meat. Maybe once a week, but I'm a salmon girl. I would eat salmon every day. Like, I don't really do fried foods because fried foods make me feel nauseous. Ever since I started giving up meat, I eat a lot of salads and fruits, but fried food makes me feel nauseous. No matter where I get it from, it's not good. Like, I eat chicken every once in a while. I don't really eat pork because I'm allergic to it, but I'll have a steak every once in a while because I will, when I need protein, I will crave steak when my iron is low. It's one of those things I know when my iron is low because I crave steak. But another thing is exercise. Of course, I mentioned that. Drinking plenty of water. Team Salmon. I knew what you meant, Tara. But exercise, meditate, drink water, eat healthy, warm baths. And like the thing for the bath, if you do, because I looked up recipes, I live on Pinterest, you guys. Like, I love Pinterest for everything. If you do 2 baths a week, 20 minutes, with a cup of Epsom salt, a half a cup of baking soda, about 5 to 6 drops of lavender oil, it's actually detox your body. It cleans all the toxins out, but it naturally lowers your blood pressure. I had my dad do it, who's a diabetic, type 2 diabetes, but he also have heart disease and high blood pressure and stuff. So he was on high blood pressure medicine, and I was like, Dad, you don't need to be on that. You can just do the baths. And when he started doing that, the doctor was like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Like, he didn't have to take the high blood pressure medicine anymore. I was like, do an Epsom salt bath twice a week. It will naturally lower your blood pressure and it releases any toxins out of your body. And it's great for women because it balances your pH as well. So it makes you smell good in those female areas too. But it balances your pH. So it's a really good thing. Only 2 days a week. Sometimes I do it 3 days. It just depends. Because sometimes I use eucalyptus oil. I have the Epsom salt ball with eucalyptus in it. So I'll just throw the bath bomb in the water, and it's really good. It's really amazing. Seafood is good, but since I eat clean, it makes me second guess. No, it depends, because I eat seafood. Maybe I don't eat everything, so I'll eat like shrimp. Sometimes I do cod, but every once in a while. How much Epsom salt? 1 cup. Or you can buy the Dr. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Dr. Till. He have Epsom salt balls. They're bath bombs. So you just throw the whole ball in the bath and it just fuzzes up. It comes with like 10 in a pack. They're like $3-4. Or you can buy the dollar pack. They have the Epsom salt with lavender in it. I seen that at Dollar Tree, actually. They have the dollar pack. It's one with lavender. They have one with green tea. So sometimes I do the green tea. But any type of Epsom salt is really good for soaking, and it takes away soreness. So when you start working out and you're sore, you're achy, do the Epsom salt bath. It works miracles, and it's very cheap to get. You can get it as low as $1. Another thing is massages, of course, and writing. So that was all a part of the journaling. So this is the one thing that I want you guys to really lean in on. I'm going to give you the foods you can eat that absolutely will eliminate your anxiety if you incorporate these foods in your like daily or weekly meals. Bananas. Bananas are really good, especially for muscle tension, because it's the potassium that you need. I learned that people that have anxiety have low magnesium and potassium. So that's why these things happen. So almonds is really good for anxiety, and dark chocolate. So what I do is buy dark chocolate covered almonds. You can have both. So I'll keep that like at my desk or whatever as a snack. So I'll eat like 3 or 4 just randomly throughout the week. They sell them at everywhere. They sell them even at 7-Eleven. I get them for Walgreens. But the big pack, I get a big pack You can get them from anywhere. Any store sell dark chocolate covered almonds because dark chocolate is good for anxiety. Asparagus is like my favorite. That's good for anxiety. So I'll make salmon with some asparagus and some rice, and there you go. Avocado. So what I do is buy avocados, I'll mash it up, and I'll do some lime chips. So I'll snack on lime chips with avocado dip, or guacamole, but it's good and it's healthy, so it's a good snack. So I try to change it up so that it can be something I really like. I love lime chips, so that with the avocado is really good. Salmon, oranges, so you can drink a cup of orange juice in the morning. My mom always used to have us do this as a kid, like drink a cup of orange juice, like a little half a cup. Leafy greens, so I would cook greens or have a kale salad and put a piece of grilled salmon on top of the kale salad. And beef, but I don't really eat beef. But your steak is great for anxiety, and you can have a steak dinner with either kale salad, some rice, or asparagus. A lot of people eat asparagus, mashed potatoes, steak. It's a great meal. Oatmeal, so I try to start my day with oatmeal. I love apple cinnamon oatmeal. That's my favorite. Asparagus and salmon, yes, that's my combo. I have to eat it like that all the time. But oatmeal and cherries. It's cherry season. Go get you some cherries. And cherries is also awesome with inflammation. So you would never have headaches and pain medicine if you eat cherries. Cherries is a natural thing for inflammation. So whenever you're in pain, eat you some cherries. Like I would eat a whole bag of cherries. My son too. Like during the cherry blooming season, you do not need no medication for any pain. Just eat you some cherries. I had my dad doing that too. He's like, I didn't know, because he had knee surgery and back surgery, and I'm like, Dad, just eat cherries. Don't take the pain medicine, and it works. Kale. Kale is amazing because it's a leafy green vegetable. So I love kale salad. I do kale salad with lemon vinaigrette dressing. So it's really good, and especially if you put a piece of meat, some shrimp or salmon on top, it's amazing. Me and my son would just have that for dinner. We probably had that tonight for dinner. Mushrooms are great for anxiety. Spinach, you can saute spinach and cut some mushrooms up in it and put that with a steak or piece of fish as well. Cheese, even though I'm not big on dairy because it's not good for diabetes, but I love string cheese. So I would buy the string cheese and eat that as a snack. So throughout the day, I'll have my little string cheese. So cheese is good for anxiety as well. So those are all the different things that you can eat that helps. So you can look up like chamomile tea. There's other teas that calm you, but I can't. Black tea, and I can't think of the other ones right now. But do some baths, journaling, exercise, meditate, drink a lot of water, try to get enough sleep. Even if you're stressing and worrying, by doing these things and eating these foods, it will eliminate those symptoms. So just incorporate that in your grocery list. Say, okay, like me, I'm getting ready to go get bananas and some more oatmeal. Sometimes I put almonds and cut up bananas in my oatmeal. You can do like a acai bowl, or you could put almonds and stuff in your salad. So you can do that. You can I put avocado on everything. If I order a burger, I put avocado on it. I had put avocado the other day on a tuna melt, and it was just the best thing ever. Baked kale chips, yes, I love those. I live for my olive oil. That's all I cook with, and sea salt. Yep, and it's really good. That's another thing I do try. I don't like to fry stuff, so everything go in the oven. I bake like everything, broil, bake. That's how I do my salmon. Like I'll start it in the skillet. I do my lamb like that. Start it in the skillet and then put it in the oven. But that's all I got for you guys today. Oh my gosh, we less than an hour, finally. All my last few videos were over an hour, and I was just like, oh my gosh, these are too long. But we talked about all the symptoms: the rapid heartbeat, sweating, excessive worrying, dry mouth, restlessness, fatigue, unable to concentrate, tight chest, worry, stress, loss of appetite, can't sleep, irritability, stomach discomfort, feeling disconnected, panic attacks, second guessing, muscle spasms, and headaches are all the symptoms of anxiety. The 6 different type of anxiety is PTSD, OCD, panic disorder, specific phobia, social anxiety, and regular generalized anxiety. Remember, anxiety is only temporary. As long as you follow some of those things and figure out what your triggers are, you would be able to manage it, and it would go away within a matter of like weeks. It don't take longer than a month to get all those things under control, but it will definitely change your life. I feel normal again. And that's a good feeling, because you don't feel like yourself when you're going through anxiety and suffering. You feel like a whole different person, like somebody else is taking over your body. You don't like people. So definitely get that under control. That's all I got for you. Hey, Natrell, thanks for tuning in. That's all I got for you today. So if you want me to send you this list, inbox me, message me, and I'll send you all the triggers, the different types of anxiety, all the diseases that are associated with it, the symptoms, the food, the treatment, remedies, things like that. I'll send it to you. You can just drop your email in my inbox and I'll email you. But thank you guys for tuning in. Next week, I'm trying to figure out what we're going to talk about on Tuesday. It might be whoopings, because now I'm getting back into the parenting programs that's coming up. We're going to talk about whooping our kids. Because that one is a big controversial thing. I'm going to post a question about it to ask you guys who whoop your kids and why. And then I'm going to address it in the live. And then I'm going to tell you guys and educate you on what the benefits or non-benefits of whooping your kids. Like what can cause future things and how will it affect them later on in life. Even though I know we all say like, well, I turned out good and I got my butt whipped. It's different for these new generation of kids. They're not as strong as us. And yeah, we don't want you to screw your kids up. Not right now. They don't need therapy. We don't want them to have therapy because of our decisions, because we weren't educated on it, and it's a generational curse. But thank you guys for tuning in and engaging. You guys know I love that, and I wanted to keep this video short, so it's almost 45 minutes. But I love you guys. I love the support. Don't forget to like and share the video. This can help and save someone's life, because anxiety is no joke and it's nothing to play with. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a nice night.